Hola amigos, ¿qué tal? Soy Bisal, tu profesor de español. Hoy vamos a aprender el verbo ser en pasado. Hello guys, my name is Vishal and today we are going to learn the verb ser in past. See, we have two verbs in Spanish which means to be. One is a estar, another one is a ser, right? So here in past we will use the both verbs, but today we are going to learn only ser. All right, so before going to learn the verb ser, we have to understand we have two tenses in Spanish, or you can say in past in Spanish. For example, first is a pretérito indefinido, another one is a pretérito imperfecto, right? We have two tenses in past. Okay, so here we have conjugation form of the verb ser and with ser with pronouns. So if I want to say I was, so I will say yo fui, or I will say yo era. Okay, and if I want to say you are, so I will say tú fuiste or tú eras. And if I want to say he she was, so I will say él or ella fue or era, which means he she was. And if I want to say you were as a formal singular, so I will say usted fue or era, which means you were. And I already have taught you where you have to use usted. You can use it whosoever is elder to you or superior to you. If you want to show some respect, so you will use usted, and it is a singular formal, right? Next we have nosotros or nosotras, right? So nosotros, if I want to say we are as a group of male, so I will say nosotros fuimos or éramos, and as a group of female I will say nosotras fuimos or éramos, which means we were, right? And next we have vosotros or vosotras. Same, vosotros means we or you are, and it is used only in Spain. So vosotros means you and vosotras means you as well, but they work as a vosotros stand for male or vosotras stand for female, right? So I will say you were if I am in Spain, so I will say you were fuistes or eres, right? And if I want to say you all are, so I will say ustedes fueron or eran. All right, next we have ellos or ellas, which means they. Ellos fueron or ellos eran, which means they were. Okay, so guys, now we're gonna learn where we can use fue or era, right? The difference between both verbs. So I have covered few things over here, few areas over here where you can use the verb era, right? For example, whenever we want to mention object, objeto in past, so we will use the verb era instead of fue. For example, la casa era grande, the house was big. Next we have la pluma era negra. Pluma means pen, or you can use el bolígrafo era negra, right? The pen was black. Next we have el anillo era de oro. The ring was of gold. Okay, so whenever we want to mention object, so we will use era instead of fue. And if we want to mention time in past, so we will use era la una, which means it is 1 o'clock. Eran las dos en punto. It was 2 o'clock. All right, So if you want to describe a personality or something. For example, for description, person or thing, cosa. You can say cosa. So you will use Ana. You will use era. Ana era hermosa. She was, or you can say Anna was beautiful, right? Next we have ella era tímida. She was shy. Él era alto. He was tall. And whenever talking about comparison in past, so we will use era. Ana era inteligente, pero ahora es estúpida. Means Anna was intelligent, but now she is stupid. So I am comparing things. So this is the area of say era, or you can say pretérito imperfecto, right? We use pretérito imperfecto. See, let me introduce you, or let me explain you the difference between pretérito indefinido or pretérito imperfecto. See, we use whenever we want to mention object, or we want to describe, or we want to give description or time or comparison, when we have no limit of no limit of action. For example, if you want to speak more and more, whenever you are using imperfecto, so you have to keep going on, right? You don't have to stop. It means it is not limited. There might be few more sentences that you will use whenever you are talking to a Spanish speaker. So if you are using pretérito imperfecto, so they will wait. If you said one sentence, so they will they will expect you further to speak, right? So, but talking about pretérito indefinido, so it is limited. Whenever we are mentioning, for example, a few things, you're talking about mentioning action is limited. For example, where I am, for example, I was teacher for 10 years. So here I am mentioning time, right? But in imperfecto, I am not mentioning time, right? I am just simply stating. For example, if I want to give a description, for example, I was teacher, so I will say yo era maestro, right? Yo era maestro. But if I am mentioning time, for example, how long, if you are able to just I have few tricks that you can apply while if you are getting confused, or if you while speaking to Spanish or native speakers. So just remember a tip. Just count down if something is if something is measurable or not. For example, I just gave you an example. I was teacher. Here you are not able to count for how long, right? Or I used to be teacher, because era also means I used to be. So here you are not able to count. So you will say yo era maestro. I was teacher. But when it comes to if I want to say, I am just pointing out time, or I am just giving you time. So you will say yo. For example, I was teacher for 10 years. So or 2 years or 1 year. So 1 year, for example, or 10 years. So I will say yo fui maestro durante means during that period, right? I am not using it is working for, right? I am using it for, but here it means durante, because whenever we are talking about in Spanish for a during or duration, so we use durante, right? So durante dos años means 2 years. I was teacher for 2 years. Here I am mentioning. So guys, now we're gonna learn where we can use fue, the difference between pretérito indefinido and the difference between pretérito imperfecto. I already have told you what is a pretérito imperfecto, an action which shows your habitual, or you can say your habit or which tells habitual action, right? Or your routine, talking about your routine, so you will use pretérito imperfecto. Or talking about descriptions, so and time, so you will use, and comparison as well, so you will use pretérito imperfecto. But when it comes to limited time, or where time is mentioned, so definitely you should use pretérito indefinido. All right, so I have I have written over here where you can use pretérito indefinido. I mean to say the ser, where you can use fue. First, whenever we are talking about events, right? For example, party, movie, class, or football match, or festival, fair, right? So these things are counted in events, right? For example, concert, talking about concert, so that is also events. There are so many things, but I have written over here few things, or you can just go on, if you have something to learn, so you can just go and find out the events. There are so many events, right? Birthday, there are so many things. So talking about for example, una fiesta means party, a party, right? The party. Una película, movie. Película means movie. So talking about events, la fiesta fue divertida. The party was fun, right? The party was fun. Next we have una película. La película fue aburrida. Aburrida means boring. See, whenever you are talking about, you just have coming from cinema, right? So you are talking about your friend or your family member or your brother or your friend just asked you, how was the movie? So you will say it was fun, divertida, or interesante, or you can say aburrida. It was boring, right? Now let's talk about una clase, right? La clase fue interesante or aburrida, right? Talking about if you are not feeling well, the class seems boring to you, so you can say aburrida. Or if you are feeling that it seems too interesting to you, so you can just say interesante, right? Interesante, which means interesting. Next we have una partido de fútbol. Partido means game, right? We use partido in Spanish, game, right? And as you can comprehend what its meaning would be, una partido de fútbol. That's right. It means the football match. So here I'm talking about el partido de fútbol bueno. Right? Just hang on a moment. El partido de fútbol fue bueno. Right? The football match was good, right? If you want to say good. So un festival. El festival fue mi favorito. Favorito means favorite. The festival was my favorite. Next we have un feria. La feria fue aburrida. The fair was not good or not, it was boring. You just went to a fair, right? You just felt that it would be good, but you found as you went there, you found there was nothing interesting. So you will simply say, la feria fue aburrida, right? So guys, one another thing where we use, as I already have told you, where duration or time or fixed time, where you are mentioning a time. For example, I am talking about una acción del tiempo. Una acción del tiempo. An action with with time, you can say from time, you are mentioning your time, right? You are just mentioning your time, so you can just say. So, ella fue maestra durante 2 años. She was teacher, right? She was teacher for 2 years. So here we can understand where we have to use era, where we have to use fue, right? I have covered up few things, and there are so many misconceptions as well, because see, talking about Spanish native speakers, see, they also got confused sometimes, where they have to use fue or era, right? And the new learner, or they already have for example, I am from India, or I'm just in Spain. So if I'm spending almost I already have been spending my 5 years, still I will be confused. I would be confused because there are so many things, because native speakers have their style, so they use in their ways. But to be honest, these are the specific or areas which you should learn, which you must know while talking about in Spanish. So you must cover up these things, right? Era for description, mentioning time, right? And description of cosas, or description of things, or talking about the habitual action, right? Or comparison. So these all things that you will cover in imperfecto, right? Pretérito imperfecto. You will use era over here. But talking about events or the mentioning time, where time is mentioned. For example, here you can just measure that how long she was teacher. So here those años means 2 years she was teacher, 2 años, or I can say 10 years, durante 10 años means nueve, 9 years, 8 years, right? So these are the things. I hope I hope you like this video. So guys, please do like and subscribe our channel as well. Thank you. God bless you.